Without influencer disciples, the faith algorithm goes into hibernation. The spiritual timeline is a desert. No fishing for people, no miracle feed, zero "I was so blessed" comments. The Red Sea opening clip never goes viral. It stays on history's external hard drive, study-only edition. And of course, without an echo, the good news becomes old news. Filed, forgotten. Now to daily life. Sunday morning, someone searches "parables explained in 60 seconds." Result? Nothing. Empty. No shorts, no reels, not even that charismatic teacher with a whiteboard and neon highlighter. The kids' class tries to explain the Good Samaritan with stick figures, but without any animated video to back it up, attention evaporates in 3, 2, 1. It's catechesis in eternal buffering mode. In family chats, sepulchral silence. The aunt who always sends the devotional with a dove gif takes indefinite leave. The uncle of motivational verses converts to minimalism, period. Reactions, only a blue heart by mistake. Without communicative disciples, even amen seems to ask for permission to enter. And here's the problem. No one translates the ancient into the now. Without bridge bearers, parables get stuck in the first century, like they need a visa to cross the week. The sower becomes an obscure indie farmer. The prodigal son turns into Mediterranean family drama. The Beatitudes read like an instruction manual no one opens. Missing subtitles, missing voiceover, missing someone to retell it in today's terms. Meanwhile, the city moves on. In the bus line, people scroll their feeds looking for something that makes sense between a meme and bills to pay. Do they find it? Nothing. The void is loud. Monday gets heavier without those micro sparks of meaning that used to pop up in 1-minute videos. A metaphor, an insight, a joke with a moral. Without that, a day is just a day, and it's exhausting. And at the office, the coworker who once dropped ancient story references to ease tense meetings now just says, "Let's circle back." The circle never comes back. Coffee loses its amen and "it'll be okay." Hope becomes a disposable cup. Use, toss, forget. Projects stall, feedback sours, and no one remembers patience is a virtue because no one remembered to remind. Unexpected scenes? Plenty. A startup launches an inspiring silence app, but with no content to inspire. Churches try cloud and fire holograms, but without someone to explain why it matters today, it's a light show that tastes like nothing. A music festival builds a Sermon on the Mount experience stage with artificial wind and olive tree projections. Beautiful. Empty. The human bridge is missing. The look that says, "This is for now, for this Tuesday, for this bill, for this hard conversation." On the streets, murals with potent phrases appear, unsigned. Who painted them? No one knows. Who shares them? No one can. The line hits for a second, then disappears under discount ads. The message that used to travel in ordinary people's backpacks, crossing neighborhoods, timelines, and time zones, now sits at the stop, waiting for a bus that never comes. And of course, without influence, no influence happens, because influence isn't numbers, it's echo. It's when an idea enters a life, bounces off the walls, finds a crack, and comes out of someone else's mouth with a new accent. Without that back and forth, the message turns into a museum. Beautiful, important, closed on Mondays. At the store, someone looks for a gift that touches the heart. They find a shelf of generic platitudes, missing that book recommended by someone who lived what they recommend. At the hospital, a family waits for news. Without those stories told 1,000 ways 1,000 times, the hallway feels longer, the clock slower. Hope without messengers is a plant without a gardener. But here comes the irony. A world without disciple influencers invents substitutes. Enter the meaning consultant, certifying quotes that fit on a mug. Parable coaches arise, teaching morals in 8 proprietary steps. The instant depth industry explodes. But depth can't be outsourced, and a virtue download doesn't install character. The chaos would be complete. Meanwhile, the algorithm of chance does its thing. Someone stumbles upon an ancient text, reads alone, feels moved, changes a habit. Small, huge. Because deep down, even without megaphones, the whisper persists. And that's the final trick of a world without disciple influencers. The message is more stubborn than silence. Even so, without human bridges, it crosses fewer rivers, reaches fewer homes, finds fewer names. Cut to an empty auditorium. On stage, a dead microphone. In the audience, chairs arranged a little too neatly. Missing good mess. Missing echo. Missing that share that isn't a button, it's a decision. Remember the Red Sea that didn't go viral? It's still open in some ancient memory, waiting for someone to tell it again, in their way, in their language, with their crooked, spot-on examples. Punchline? Here it is. Without disciple influencers, the good news is still good. Only no one heard it in time to hit play. And apparently, the next video is a world without celestial notifications. Subscribe if anyone, anywhere, still remembers to ask.
Tempo para se perguntar. O que te faz bem? O tempo não nos muda só fisicamente. Nossas ideias, os nossos valores, os nossos rumos. Como definir qual é o para atingir os seus objetivos? Por isso, porque não cada segundo é muito valioso. E mais ainda, se trata de descobrirmos o que é essencial para nós. A resposta para essa pergunta só será encontrada se reservarmos tempo para si mesmo. Tempo para se perguntar: o que te faz bem? O tempo não nos muda só fisicamente. Nossas ideias, os nossos valores, os nossos rumos. Como definir qual é o para atingir os seus objetivos? Por isso, antes de dar o próximo passo, pergunte o que te faz feliz. Com o tempo, você vai encontrar a sua própria felicidade. E ela vai estar.